Welcome to this explainer, Today we're going to decode the invisible physics that are hidden right there in plain sight in our everyday lives. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through this because the world around us is governed by these fascinating rules that, they usually go completely unnoticed. But honestly, once you see them, you literally can't unsee them. So get ready to completely shift your perspective and uncover the hidden mechanics of the world. Okay, let's dive into this. Picture yourself on a commercial flight, right? You're cruising high up above the clouds, you reach into your carry-on for a quick snack, and you pull out a sealed bag of chips. But wait, it doesn't look anything like it did when you bought it down on the ground. It's totally puffed up. It basically feels like a tiny, crinkly balloon that's just about to pop. So why does that actually happen? Well, as you go way up in altitude, the atmospheric pressure around that bag drops. And when you let go of that outside pressure, the gas trapped inside instantly claims more space. It pushes right outward against the foil. But to truly wrap our heads around the physical mechanics of what's happening in there, we've got to look a bit closer. Actually, a lot closer. Imagine zooming in way past the foil wrapper of that puffy chip bag, all the way down to the microscopic realm. Welcome to the invisible world of chaotic, bouncing molecules. Inside absolutely any container of gas, there is this never-ending microscopic mosh pit going on. These gas molecules are just constantly moving, ricocheting off of each other and slamming into the walls of whatever's holding them. And every single time one of those microscopic molecules smacks into the wall, it applies a tiny bit of force. And all those billions and billions of tiny collisions added up together, that is exactly what we experience as pressure.
Now think about the contrast between a squeezed container and an expanded one. Let's jump back into that chaotic mosh pit we just visualized. If you take a container and you physically compress the space, well, you haven't actually removed any molecules, right? The exact same amount of gas is still trapped inside. But now it's just a simple matter of probability. With way less room to move around, those molecules are going to strike the boundaries so much more often. And those more frequent collisions, that's what drives the overall pressure right up.
Conversely, when that container expands, those exact same restless molecules suddenly have a whole lot more real estate to work with. Because they have to travel further distances before they finally hit a boundary, they just collide with the walls less often. Fewer collisions mean the overall force against the walls goes down, so the pressure drops. But hey, I really want you to remember one absolutely critical piece of this puzzle before we keep going. All of this is happening without changing the temperature or the amount of gas at all. The number of molecules is exactly the same. Their energy level is totally constant. Literally, the only thing changing here is the size of their physical space.
So the crucial point is, we've just described a fundamental rule of nature. And this rule actually has a formal name, Boyle's law. It states that at a constant temperature, the pressure of a fixed amount of gas is inversely proportional to its volume. This is totally our big aha moment for today. You just deduced a foundational principle of physics just by thinking about a puffy bag of chips and visualizing some bouncing molecules. I mean, this observation was formalized centuries ago, but the mechanics, they remain just as beautifully consistent today.
Let's just completely strip away the intimidation of that formal scientific phrasing for a second. When we say inversely proportional, it just acts like a simple, intuitive seesaw. Volume decreases, pressure increases, and vice versa. Volume increases, pressure decreases. They're always going to move in exact opposite directions. If one goes up, the others simply must come down, assuming, of course, the temperature stays exactly the same. It's just a perfect, elegant balancing act dictated by the laws of physics.
And this brilliantly illustrates the math backing it all up. Imagine an initial state where we have a gas taking up a volume of 4 liters at 1 atmosphere of pressure. Now, what do you think happens if we forcefully compress that space? Well, if we double the pressure, pushing it all the way up to 2 atmospheres, just look at what happens to the volume. It cuts perfectly in half, dropping down to just 2 liters. Volume and pressure are moving in exact opposite directions. And if you multiply them together, so 4 times 1 or 2 times 2, they multiply to the exact same constant value every single time. The math just perfectly backs up the invisible molecular behavior we've been uncovering. But this isn't just about math or airplane snacks. We really need to zoom back out here because the principles of Boyle's law scale right up to very real macro stakes. It shapes the technology we use every day and the environments we can actually safely explore. Think about a medical syringe, for instance. If you cap the end and try to push that plunger down, it gets significantly harder to push as you compress the air inside. You're decreasing the volume, so the pressure inside is fighting back. Or consider industrial gas canisters. They have to be meticulously engineered to handle very specific pressure-to-volume ratios just so they can safely contain compressed fuels or oxygen without, well, rupturing. The invisible physics we're talking about literally dictate the structural design of these objects.
And in extreme environments, Boyle's law seriously becomes a literal matter of life and death. Take scuba divers. For them, exhaling steadily while ascending is a completely non-negotiable rule. See, when a diver is deep underwater, the surrounding water pressure is incredibly high. If they take a full breath from their tank and then suddenly ascend to the surface as the surrounding pressure drops, well, the rules of Boyle's law instantly kick in. As that outside pressure drops, the volume of the gas has to increase, meaning the air inside the diver's lungs will forcefully expand. If they don't exhale steadily to let that expanding gas out, the results can be absolutely devastating. So understanding this inverse relationship, it isn't just some academic exercise, it's literally vital for human survival.
So, we've seen how volume and pressure constantly dance around each other, right? Always moving in opposite directions, balancing perfectly to keep the universe in order. But remember that one big condition we placed on Boyle's law at the very beginning. We said this whole thing only works if the temperature remains completely constant, which leaves us with a pretty fascinating dangling mystery. What actually happens to the volume of a gas when the temperature itself changes? Like, what if we heat those chaotic bouncing molecules way up or cool them way down? Well, that happens to be an entirely different rule of the physical universe, known as Charles' law, and that is exactly what we're going to be decoding in our next explainer. Until then, keep an eye out for the invisible physics happening all around you.